So today I want to talk about not a movie, but a book. It's a book that I happened to come across when I met the author at a local little maple festival, and she happened to be sitting there with a booth selling her paperback books. This is the kind of thing that I usually typically adore, but at the same time brace myself for. One is a lot of times these are faith-based books, and not my thing. We'll just say that. However, digging into this, it looked like the books were of a crime mystery nature, which is right in my wheelhouse. I do love those kind of books. So based on that and wanting to support an independent author, I shelled out the cash and bought A Dead Man's Eyes by Laurie Duffy Foster. Now, why am I bringing this up today? Well, because I finished reading it last night, and I was honestly just really seriously impressed by this. When I see people at a booth at a horror convention or at a festival or something along those lines, and they're selling their paperback novel, I really do always try and support them, but to be honest, the quality can be a mixed bag. So I was really pleasantly surprised when A Dead Man's Eyes really did prove to be quite a good read. This is a Lisa Jameson mystery following the character of Lisa Jameson as an investigative reporter, and this is the first in a planned or apparently released trilogy, and I gotta tell you, based on the merits of this first book, I'm definitely gonna be picking up the other two. I think one of the things that really sells this book for me is the realism behind the motivations and the thought processes of the main character of Lisa Jameson. And I think that all comes down to a lot of the fact that Laurie Duffy Foster actually used to be an investigative journalist. So it's really kind of drawing on a lot of the detail and the minutia and so forth about how Lisa thinks, how she reacts to things, how she reacts to certain particular details. It's not perfect. This is not a perfect read. I'm not going to say this is a 10 out of 10, but it was surprisingly good given the nature of how I came across it. There are characters in here that are Machiavellian brilliant, but at the same time stumbling idiots, kind of depending on whatever direction the plot wants them to take in that particular given moment. This is not a book without flaws, but it was entertaining and it was thoughtful and it was well written. So I just kind of wanted to take a moment and highlight it. If you get the chance, I really do recommend checking it out. I'm going to go ahead and include an Amazon affiliate link down below in the description. That's not something I do lightly. I really don't tout products that I haven't tried and don't personally endorse. Nobody reached out to me to make this. This is just simply something that I was astounded by the quality of it. It was a great read. I got to the last couple chapters. It was my bedtime at that point, but I just couldn't put the book down. I wound up having to go with a little less sleep last night because I just had to finish the book, and that's a pretty ringing endorsement if you know me. So there we go, A Dead Man's Eyes by Laurie Duffy Foster. Have a great one during this wonderful Pride Month, and take care of each other. Talk to you soon.